Hey, what's going on, everybody? Huvvi 186 back in with another video. This is another video of me, Huvvi, on the road. Right now I'm in the process of running some errands. I'm gonna go see my dad, get a haircut, and then I'm gonna go and pre-order Uncharted 4. I should make a pre-hype video on it, a pre-game hype video on it. I just never really had the time. I've been so busy with many different things, so I'll do that video. I'll probably do it pretty much the same way when I go pick up the game, hopefully tonight or tomorrow, or I'll get a chance to do it. So be on the lookout for that. Now this video has to do with a comment that David Jaffe made yesterday on Twitter, and big shout out to Anchorman V. His tweet was the one that I saw where it was a screen grab and the comment of what David Jaffe said. Now, for those of you who may not know, there was a picture floating around the internet with these prom kids. Like, you had 5 dudes, 5 chicks. Now the dudes are on one platform, a high platform, and the women are on the lower platform. And the women, the men were all wearing these superhero emblems on their shirts, and what the women were doing, they were kind of doing the classic Superman rip shirt rip. Whenever Superman, he's ready to take action, you see the whole classic Superman shirt rip, whatever. And they were doing that. It was circling around. To most people, myself included, it was just a harmless little silly picture. You know what I mean? Especially when you consider the superhero movies came out most recently, 2 big blockbusters. Batman vs Superman and Civil War. I mean, it makes sense. But to this jackass David Jaffe, he saw it as a picture that was sexist, and not necessarily compared it, but basically when I think someone said that, I think someone made a reply where it said that he don't really see the big deal, and David Jaffe responded like an idiot, "Oh, well, I'm sure the KKK didn't see hangings and lynchings as a big deal either." And I'm thinking to myself, you have got to be shitting me. This dude has to be drinking or something, because, like, again, David Jaffe is rather opinionated, and that's what I love about him. Like, he's very opinionated, and like, even though some of the stuff that he said, like, I've agreed with all of them, but he's opinionated. But I don't know where the fuck this came from. And my problem not necessarily is that he's falling for the whole social justice warriors propaganda nonsense. Like, that's not my problem. My problem is that he's actively vilifying these kids who are not trying to offend anybody. They're not trying to hurt people's feelings with these pictures. It's just a picture. It's just a silly little picture. And the problem with the social justice warriors community is that they feel like it's so apt for them to just completely dehumanize and vilify these people who make mistakes. I've seen it with the astronaut who wore this shirt that had, I think, boobs on there or some shit like that. And I seen it happen with this kid who made a joke about Amy Schumer. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, okay, it's one thing if you're offended by it. If you want to go ahead and say, like, if David Jaffe went ahead and said, I understand it's just a nice picture or whatever, it's a silly picture, but there is undertones of sexism in it. Okay, I can deal with that, even though I don't agree with that either. I can understand his viewpoint. But when you sit there and you can just completely, demean these kids over a harmless picture, that's when I have a problem. That's what pissed me off. And according to Anchorman, he went on a live stream to defend the comments. I'm like, yo, jackass! When you're putting a stupid picture like that and hangings and lynchings during a very dark time in our history, and you're comparing the two, yo, that's fucking stupid. Fucking at the very least, you would at least be smart enough to at least apologize for that. But nope. You have to go ahead and you have to put your white cape on and to follow the same fucking path that these fucking losers who sit there and want the world to be PC. And listen, I ain't one of these people who bitches and complains about the PC police and all the other stuff. I ain't that type of person. You know what I mean? But to see this happen is just, especially for a guy who has a lot of respect within the gaming community like David Jaffe. It is disappointing to see a guy like him sit there and pull this type of bullshit and trying to make these kids, like feel like they're like scum because they took a silly little picture. Like it doesn't make sense to me, especially over something that's completely harmless. And that's my biggest problem. That's my biggest issue with this, is that they sit there and they try to vilify people who are not trying to hurt anyone, or not trying to hurt people's feelings, or not trying to hurt people, or in general. Like it doesn't make sense to me. So, that's pretty much all I have to say. David Jaffe, you can go fuck yourself. This is Huvvi 186. I'm out.